Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your intuitive reading for July. So let's see what the tarot cards have in store for you. And remember that energy go both ways, so you might get your situation or person's end of the stick. And if Scorpio is your sun sign and it doesn't resonate, just make sure to check out your moon sign or Venus or rising. Oftentimes those will resonate more. So let's see what's up for Scorpio in July. Please give us the information that Scorpio is needing to know for July. It's as if something is a little bit shaky right now and perhaps unstable, or things have changed up a little bit, so it's not the way they used to be, perhaps. I think it's regarding to your home situation or your stability, your fundament and foundation in your life. Some of you might be trying to follow your intuition and do that regardless of what's expected and what's normal, like the norm. You're going within and following your inner high priestess. But I think there's this sense that you also have taken something from the rules and taken something from history or your family tree, something that has been done or established, and you're using that as a springboard or as an inspiration, perhaps. Please give us some more information about this situation. I want to know, please give us some more information about the Four of Wands, like the housing or home situation or the stability and fundament. There might be some conflict. I think something you've said and done for many of you is going to be used against you, or it has. Or people are using something you did or something you established to create this conflict and confusion. Here you go. You have the Seven of Cups. So surrounding this situation, there's just this confusion or unclearness, this unsettled energy of perhaps not knowing what choice to take, or maybe there's a competitive situation. There's just this, doesn't have to be conflict. It can be just a lot of competitiveness or a lot of choices, but it's this energy of when you haven't decided, when you have two different things or many options, and you're unsettled because you can't choose. So that will be for some of you, if it's not about conflict. It might be pertaining to a boss or your father, or just somebody very authoritative. It can be a woman as well. Somebody domineering that has a lot of power and control. I feel for many of you, it's in this establishment, this house or workplace or whatever, it might be a relationship. There is one person that holds a lot of power, and it causes this conflict or intrigues. Here you go again. It's the same person. Look at that. Somebody that's scheming or sneaky, likes intrigues, likes to create conflict. It might be two people as well. It might be like a clique. It's like for some, it's just a lot of scenarios popping up, but there's just this gossip back and forth, or somebody is initiating some conflict, somebody is manipulating somebody to do something or say something to create problems. It's very chaotic energies surrounding this stability and fundament in your life. This situation, that might be anything. it feels as if this person here, whoever it is, or this situation, is solely in it for themselves. They have something to gain out of this. But that gain might also be like having their ego stroked or just enjoying conflict too much. There's a sense that this person might not even care that much, or the situation, about this thing that they send out or initiate this conflict and chaos. They don't even care. They just do it because they can. And after they've initiated or set off this chaos, they just go about their life like, oh, that was a fun 5-10 minutes. And then they go about their day. It's crazy. It might cause some of you to not have this new beginning, or that you have to look over your back. You're paranoid perhaps, because you can't relax. Maybe you don't know who's on your side, who's gonna gossip. And it might cause you to close off, Scorpio. This situation might have happened in the past as well. I sense that for some of you, and it has caused you to close off or withdraw, or perhaps become a little bit depressed. This person or situation might also have caused you to lose an opportunity. I'm sorry. It might be, I'm sorry, my throat. So it might be something about spreading lies, something about communication and distorting that, or preventing people from believing you. Or the way they are describing things is just completely different from how you experienced it. There's just, yeah, something is very off. But let's just see here if where this is headed. Please continue this tale. Give us more information, please. When I took this card, I feel forceful. I feel I have to take it. I don't want to. It's like I can rain down hell. I don't want to, but I will if I have to, if you push me. Yes. I think you are, either this is you, that you don't want to, but if somebody pushes you into a corner and tie you down with gossip and slander and lies or whatever it is, you can, you can get out of this. But perhaps the method is, I hear poison and I see poison. It's a little bit brutal, but it's necessary. You have to do it because you're pushed into a corner. But I also see that you can do this to this situation or the person if you have no other choice, Scorpio. There's this sense that somebody also is a very martyr. It's a very narcissistic energy all over this. Somebody is a martyr, but when a certain person or situation shows up that they adore or they want to ingratiate, is that a word, with this situation or person, they just flick like 180 and they become very sweet and sucking up. I feel this is you, Scorpio, not the person that's 180. I see this scenario here that this person that's locking you down or making things difficult or shaking the foundation of your everyday life might be very false and very fake towards you, but you know this. And you are doing something behind the scenes to trip them up, but they don't know that you have done something. You just act like normal. Please continue this. And what is this thing that Scorpio can do? You might learn some new skills. and start off something new. This might be something pertaining to an apprentice or somebody who is releasing you from something that you have initiated this. But it's as if you have the upper hand somehow, and it's just like as if you have something that it takes to upcycle the energies or to set off a new karmic cycle or change something. You have that. And here again you have that poison that I saw. It might not be so good for the other person, and it might be like yeah, using a lot of force that might seem unnecessary to solve this situation, but it's all you have. It's the only thing you have, and you're pressured into not having any choice. Please give us some, no, it's not that card yet. Please give us some information on what's coming after this for Scorpio. So again, you're fighting, standing up for yourself for this new thing. Or changing up this situation and changing it. But yeah, definitely after you do this, it's I think for some it's like you're distracting somebody or you're leading them into the wrong direction somehow, so you can sneak off or get away. But you're working very hard, but it's just like everything you do will pay off. In this situation, it's going to pay off, and you're going to come up with all of these pentacles. So it's going to be very good, Scorpio. Don't worry. Now I can take this card and let's just see. Please give us some information about the situation and what's coming next for Scorpio. Goblins. It's just like this situation is so toxic. Somebody is being so horrible to you, Scorpio. Or a situation. There's just this conflict. But for many of you, it might be internal conflict that you are. Since I saw the withdrawing, that you're withdrawing from your surroundings and from people because of whatever this is. You might get a little bit stuck in your own head. And you might be triggered. You might also be depressed. Goblins are born when you are wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, you get your wholeness. And the goblins remain with you in the shadows. And in the shadows, they remind you what brought them into being. By mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, and unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, you know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card's appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws, and the goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to heal you. Miracles can and do happen. But I also feel in this situation, it can be that this person is initiating this and creating just all sorts of havoc and problems that are really unnecessary for you. Let's just get some more advice for Scorpio. Prosperity lies ahead, which we see here in the Seven of Pentacles. And the end of a tough cycle approaches, Scorpio. I love that. I freaking love that. That's beautiful. Let's just see a little bit more. It's so much negativity. I want to see more about this goodness that's coming in for you in July. Once you have done what's necessary and laid down the law. I feel some of you are going to the step where you have to be aggressive and really forceful with your words or documenting something. After this, I feel that you're really holding on. If this is something financial, you're being stingy with your money or really good with managing your money. You're being careful now that you're back on top again. There's also this sense of resting, of being exhausted and just resting and closing off this period and moving into something new. You might meet somebody or reconcile with somebody or have your eye on something. It might be somebody from the past. So this might be a reunion. It might also be your children that you are spending time with them. And just moving on to calmer waters like you see here. So that's so beautiful. You're so awesome, Scorpio. You have the stinger with the venom. You have the claws. You have it all. You can defend yourself. You're gonna be fine. So I hope July works out for you and that I see you again in August.